The next part of the program that we need to implement is the logic to sweep a particular grid space once the person left clicks on one of the buttons. Now, before we do that, there's one line that we need to add to the constructor. Otherwise, there's not going to be any minefield to sweep. Remember, when you create an array like this, private int, two-dimensional array minefield equals new int 15 by 15, that reserves space for the array, but it doesn't fill it. In one of the previous videos, we wrote the whole new minefield method in order to fill the array with data, but we've never actually called that method anywhere in the program. We did in the little test program, but I never have since that test program. The constructor of this Minesweeper application needs to call that at least once so that there is a minefield to be swept. So I'm just going to call new minefield as a single command in the constructor so that there is a minefield to sweep. Okay, now that we got that taken care of, how would we sweep at a particular place? Let's say I wanted to sweep the grid space 6, 9, right? Column 6, row 9. How would I do that? Well, I have thought that through a little bit, and I have some comment here. Sweep for mines at a given location, right? Column and row. If there's a mine located here. So if this space is a mine, well, if you click on a mine, guess what? You lose. But if it's not a space, then I'm going to reveal how many mines there are adjacent to this particular space. And I have that information stored in the minefield array. Right, so it's not too hard to do that. So show how many mines are adjacent to this space. I want to update how many areas have been swept. Because I just swept another one, so I want to make sure that I update that. And I mean, that's pretty much it. I'm going to style the button a little bit to make it look kind of nice, but that's the basic logic here. So first off, how do we tell if this space is a mine? Well, we're going to go to the minefield array at column and row. So we're matching that spot in the array. And if it's equal to a mine, dun, 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 you have lost the game. Right? So what happens when we do that? Game over. I call my game over method again. And in my game over method, remember, I'm just going to take a copy of my line from above. Game over method takes a bunch of text for what to display in a message box once you've lost. Now, this time you didn't clear all the mines. Oh, that's not a good thing. You set off a mine. And this is not a victory. This is you just lost. So can we say, well, we'll say game over. I don't like being like so negative. Hey, you lose. And on the button, what's it going to say? It's going to say, kaboom, because you just blew yourself up. And this time, instead of showing the flag, I'm going to show them the bomb image. All right, so basically game over. That's it. What about if it's not a mine? Okay, bad stuff handled. But if it's not a mine, then I want to take this space and first of all, I want to disable the button so that I can't press it again. So minefield buttons, column, row, dot set disable. True. I'm not going to be able to press that space again. That's the first thing I want to take care of. And then I want to say areas swept goes up by 1 because we're done that. We just counted that space. And I can put that under the comment that I made for that. I need to put the number for how many bombs are adjacent to this location. So minefield buttons, I'm going to write it on the button, column and row, .set text. And the text that I want to set it to, I want to make sure that I'm doing a string. So I'm going to put quotes, quotes, and I'm going to grab the integer from the minefield array at column row, which could be a number 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, remember. But it won't be -1, because if it was -1, then I would have caught that case already. You set off a mine and kaboom, game over. And it wouldn't be a number other than 0 through 8. So I'll have some number there saying how many mines are beside this spot that I've just clicked on. And I think that's enough. If I run my program, you can see when I click on spaces, it's telling me how many mines are adjacent to each one of those spaces. Now, there's a little bit more logic to be implemented. I'm going to do that in a second video, that if it's 0 mines, then I should automatically open up a whole space. So we're going to come back to that part. But we are set up now. This one, why is nothing happening here? That's obviously a mine, I think, because 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. That's a mine. And I haven't implemented my game over method yet. So once I get that implemented, if I clicked on that mine, it would say that I blew up.